Welcome everyone. I'm excited to present today about the evolution and impact of DNA analysis in forensic science. We'll explore how DNA evidence has transformed criminal investigations and trials, as well as the standards that govern its use. Let's start with a bit of history. The story of DNA analysis in forensic science began back in 1953 when James Watson and Francis Crick discovered the double helix structure of DNA. This breakthrough laid the foundation for genetic research. Fast forward to 1984, when Dr. Alec Jeffreys developed the first DNA profiling technique using variable number tandem repeats, or VNTRs. This was a game changer. Just a couple of years later, in 1986, DNA profiling was used for the first time in a criminal case, successfully linking Colin Pitchfork to the tragic murders of two teenagers in England. In the 1990s, we saw the introduction of short tandem repeat analysis, which improved the efficiency of DNA profiling. Then, in 1998, the FBI established CODIS, a national DNA database that allows law enforcement to compare DNA profiles from crime scenes with those of known offenders. Now let's talk about how DNA science has evolved over the years. One major advancement has been in extraction techniques, which have become more reliable and efficient, making it easier to analyze DNA samples. We also shifted from using VNTRs to STR analysis, which not only speeds up the process but also requires smaller sample sizes. Very useful in forensic work. Additionally, mitochondrial DNA analysis came onto the scene, allowing us to analyze degraded samples like hair and bones. This has really broadened the scope of what DNA evidence can do in investigations. When it comes to the current standards for DNA analysis, there are some important protocols in place. The FBI has established quality assurance standards that forensic laboratories must follow to ensure reliability. This means they only use scientifically validated testing methods for DNA analysis. Plus, maintaining a proper chain of custody is crucial. It helps prevent contamination and ensures that the integrity of the evidence is upheld through the investigation and trial. So, how are DNA results used in investigations? They play a vital role in linking suspects to specific crime scenes, which can provide critical evidence. DNA is also essential for identifying victims, especially in missing persons cases, where other identification methods may not work. Moreover, DNA evidence can help solve cold cases by providing new leads, allowing law enforcement to revisit unsolved investigations and pursue justice for victims and their families. Despite its strengths, DNA evidence does face challenges when being admitted at trial. Issues like contamination, mishandling of samples can raise serious question about the evidence's integrity. Legal precedents such as Daubert and Melendez-Diaz have set important standards for evaluating the admissibility of scientific evidence, including DNA. Defense attorneys often challenge the reliability and interpretation of DNA results, which can impact how this evidence is viewed by juries and the court. To wrap it up, here are the key sources that I referenced for this presentation and various articles discussing the impact of forensic science in the courtroom. Thank you all for your attention. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.